English podcasts
for easy English learning.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Language Horizons. I'm Alina, and as always, I'm joined by my wonderful co-host, Marcos. How are you holding up today, Marcos?
Hey, Elena. I'm feeling fantastic. I actually woke up on the right side of the bed today, which isn't always the case for me. How about you?
I'm doing great. I've been looking forward to today's topic because it's something so universal, yet so personal, our daily routines. It's that invisible rhythm that keeps us moving forward, don't you think?
I'm doing great. I've been looking forward to today's topic because it's something so universal yet so personal, our daily routines. It's that invisible rhythm that keeps us moving forward, don't you think?
I'm doing great. I've been looking forward to today's topic because it's something so universal, yet so personal, our daily routines. It's that invisible rhythm that keeps us moving forward, don't you think?
Warm water with lemon? That sounds very zen of you. I'm a bit more traditional or maybe just more addicted. My alarm hits at 7:15 a.m. and the first thing I do is follow the smell of the coffee machine. I need that caffeine kick to even remember my own name. After that, I splash some cold water on my face and brush my teeth. That temperature shock is what really does the trick for me.
It's funny how different we are. After I hydrate, I usually have a light breakfast. It's usually a bowl of oatmeal with berries and a little honey. It gives me steady energy for my morning lectures. Do you skip breakfast, or are you a big meal person?
It depends on my meeting schedule. If I have a heavy day at the office, I'll scramble some eggs and have them with avocado toast while I eat. I always check my to-do list. Seeing my tasks written down helps me feel in control before the chaos of the day starts.
It depends on my meeting schedule. If I have a heavy day at the office, I'll scramble some eggs and have them with avocado toast while I eat. I always check my to-do list. Seeing my tasks written down helps me feel in control before the chaos of the day starts.
It depends on my meeting schedule. If I have a heavy day at the office, I'll scramble some eggs and have them with avocado toast while I eat. I always check my to-do list. Seeing my tasks written down helps me feel in control before the chaos of the day starts. To hit the snooze button. This is the button on your alarm clock that stops the sound for a few minutes so you can sleep a little longer. Elena tries to avoid this. Caffeine kick. A sudden burst of energy you get from drinking coffee or tea. Marcos relies on this to start his day. Hydrate. To drink water or liquids so your body works correctly. Elena starts her day by hydrating with lemon water. To-do list. A list of all the tasks or chores you need to complete. Both hosts use this to stay organized.
Thanks, Sophia. Snooze button, my oldest enemy. Listeners, keep these words in mind as we move into the second part of our day.
Now, Marcos, the morning is one thing, but the afternoon, that's where the real challenge lies. For me, the afternoon is my deep focus time. This is when I'm either in the library or attending seminars. I'm a big fan of the Pomodoro technique to keep my brain from frying.
I've tried that. Working for 25 minutes and then taking a 5-minute break. In my office, it's a bit harder because my afternoons are usually a whirlwind of emails and back-to-back meetings. Sometimes I feel like I'm running a marathon while sitting in a chair.
That's exactly why breaks are vital. If I study for 3 hours without moving, I start to feel lethargic. I have to stand up, stretch my legs, and maybe have a piece of fruit. If I don't, my concentration just evaporates.
I hear you. Lunch is my reset point. I usually eat around 1:30 p.m. I try to keep it balanced, maybe a quinoa salad or grilled chicken. I've learned the hard way that a heavy, greasy lunch leads to the dreaded afternoon slump.
I hear you. Lunch is my reset point. I usually eat around 1:30 p.m. I try to keep it balanced, maybe a quinoa salad or grilled chicken. I've learned the hard way that a heavy, greasy lunch leads to the dreaded afternoon slump.
That's smart. I do the same. I use the early afternoon to knock out my administrative tasks. Then, when I get my second wind around 4 p.m., I focus on creative projects or problem solving. It's all about managing your energy, not just your time.
Precisely. Sometimes, if the weather is nice, I'll take a 10-minute walk around the campus. The fresh air and sunlight act like a natural battery charger for my brain. Marcos, do you have any tricks for staying motivated when you're tired?
Precisely. Sometimes, if the weather's nice, I'll take a 10-minute walk around the campus. The fresh air and sunlight act like a natural battery charger for my brain. Marcos, do you have any tricks for staying motivated when you're tired?
Music really does change the vibe. Sophia, we've used some very specific work-related vocabulary here. Can you break it down for our audience?
I'd love to. This section was all about productivity. Here are your key terms. Deep focus. A state of intense concentration on a single task without distractions. Elena uses her afternoons for this. Lethargic. Feeling without energy, slow or tired. Elena feels this way if she doesn't take breaks. Afternoon slump. That period in the mid-afternoon when your energy levels drop. Marcos avoids this by eating a healthy lunch. That period in the mid-afternoon when your energy levels drop. Marcos avoids this by eating a healthy lunch. Second wind. A new burst of energy when you were previously feeling tired. Marcos gets this around 4 p.m.
Great stuff, Sophia. Knocking out tasks is exactly what I plan to do after this recording. Now, let's talk about how we finish our day.
We've made it to the end of the day. The sun is setting, and for me, the evening is sacred. It's when I shift from doing to being. Marcos, how do you leave the stress of the office behind?
It starts the moment I walk through my front door. I have a no-shoes rule I put on my slippers, and it's like a physical signal to my brain that work is over. I actually enjoy cooking, so I usually spend 30 minutes preparing dinner. Last night I made salmon with roasted asparagus. It's a very meditative process for me.
That sounds delicious and very healthy. Dinner for me is usually social. I live with roommates, so we often eat together and talk about our day. It helps to vent a little. After we clean up, I have a golden rule: no screens after 9 p.m.
Wow, no screens. That's impressive. I struggle with that. I often find myself doom scrolling on my phone before bed, but I'm trying to replace it with reading. I've noticed that if I leave my phone in the living room, I fall asleep much faster.
It's all about sleep hygiene. The blue light from phones really ruins your sleep cycle. Instead, I like to do my skincare routine, washing my face, applying moisturizer. It feels like pressing a reset button for my face. Then I'll read a physical book or write in my gratitude journal. It clears my mind of any lingering worries.
I'm with you on the routine. I brush my teeth, wash my face with warm water, and my final step is always a cup of herbal tea, usually chamomile or peppermint. It helps me wind down and tells my body it's time for a deep restorative sleep.
I usually aim to be in bed by 10:30 p.m. I need at least 7 hours of sleep to function. If I stay up late, I know my morning routine will fall apart the next day. It's all a cycle.
It really is. A good morning starts the night before. Consistency is the key. You don't have to be perfect every day, but having these anchors in your routine keeps you grounded. Sophia, one last time, could you guide us through the evening vocabulary?
Absolutely. To wrap up our episode, let's look at these relaxing terms. To unwind. To relax after a period of work or tension. Marcos unwinds by cooking dinner. Doom scrolling. Spending a lot of time on a phone or computer looking at bad news or social media. Marcos is trying to stop doing this. Sleep hygiene. Habits that help you have a good night's sleep, like avoiding screens or keeping a regular bedtime. Wind down. To gradually relax and prepare for sleep. Elena winds down by reading a physical book. Reset button. A metaphor for starting fresh or feeling renewed. Elena feels this way after her skincare routine.
Thank you so much, Sophia. It's been a pleasure having your insights today. And thank you, Marcos, for sharing your day with me.
My pleasure, Elena. I hope our listeners found this helpful and feel inspired to describe their own routines in English.
Remember, everyone, your routine should work for you, not against you. Take what works, leave what doesn't, and keep practicing your English. We'll see you in the next episode of Language Horizons.
Take care and have a productive and relaxing day.